Okay, so here's the plates are here. The plates have a gap in them. We need to get the gaps all lined up, and then it will, the key, if they're all lined up, the key can move the bolt. Okay, the fourth category of lock, and by far the most common lock in use today, is the pin tumbler lock. This is used in many applications, residential, commercial, automotive, many uses for a pin tumbler lock. And the way it works is that there's instead of having levers or wafers or discs, there are pins inside this lock, and the key must go in and line the pins up. So the key is cut to line the pins up. And again, I will show you how that works. Now, my only purpose right now is to simply explain how these work. As we advance through the course, then we'll learn how to work with these. But for this lesson, I simply want you to know what a pin tumbler lock is. Now, I have to use a follower to push this plug out of this lock cylinder, because there's more pins and springs that are up inside the lock cylinder. But here you can see that there's five. This is a 5-pin tumbler lock, and that they're all lined up with the key in there. They're lined up. Now, just to make sure that you knew what I was doing, when I had the one cut of 171, I came to this bin and took out the bottom pin. And take it out of the plug holder, and so it was a 1, and then we had a 5, then we had a 6, then we had a 4, then we had a 6. And you see they're all nice and flush with the shear line. Put that, see, I'm going to use the top shoulder here, put that top shoulder right up against that guide, make sure it's in there nice and flat, and lock that one down, and then we could do the other one on the other side. Make sure that they're both down flat. Now, some locks are more difficult to shim. Some locks, the top pins are not regular shape. They could be T-pins or barrel pins or some other anti-pick type design. Okay, there it went. I don't know if you saw it slide. A normal lock is pinned up with a bottom pin, a top pin, and a spring. With the master key system, we add master pins to at least part of the chambers. And we'll take that key out and put in the change key for duplex 1. And now we can see that in the first 3 chambers, the pins have dropped down. So this key will not work as it's currently pinned. That's what's going on with using a real fine file, is to take advantage of the fine marks that file will leave on that blank. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and now we're going to try to impression some more marks, and put the key in carefully, turn it gently, bind it gently. Now, as you rock the key, you want to try to make sure that both the front of the key and the back of the key are getting marks. Okay, so I roll that back and forth in the light. There's definitely a good mark there. Okay, so you can usually feel that as you go through those pins. You can usually feel it. Now, with that bit that I was using right there, it went through them just about like butter, didn't it? Lined up straight down that center of that door. Like so. You can hit the top and bottom a little bit. Like so. Going to get our chisels here. Again, we're going to mark this